This is Amazon's new Echo Hub. What makes this different from the Echo Shows that are out is that the Echo Hub is a smart home dashboard that gives you quick access to your cameras, smart devices, and routines. In this video, we'll talk about what all the Echo Hub can do, and at the end, I'll share with you the reasons why I think this might be Amazon's best Echo with a screen. Now, this video is not sponsored by Amazon. They did send this out to me to check out, but once I'm done with this video, I need to put it back in a box and send it back to them. Now, let's talk about what the Echo Hub can do. The new Echo Hub is $179.99, and it is an 8-inch smart display that has a smart home focused interface. With it, you can have quick access to your cameras, smart devices, routines, and other widgets on the screen. You can also customize the screen to lay out things the way that you want. Now, out of the box, the Echo Hub is meant to mount to the wall using the included wall mount, or you can go with a third-party mount like the one Amazon sent over. I like this more minimal look to it. This mount gives you some flexibility. For the most part, the Echo Hub acts like any other Echo Show. You have the larger clock on it, which is great, something I'd love to see on all the other Echoes. And then you have that smart home dashboard. But beyond that, if you want to make requests, you can see weather, you can set timers, you can watch videos on this. You can do pretty much anything you would expect to do on an Echo Show. Now let's talk about the new interface. It is designed for touch and quick access to your devices, something that has been missing from the Echo Shows. On your home screen, the first thing you see is cameras. I have mine set up so I can see my video doorbell, my backyard, my driveway, and the side of my house. Now, if I want to see any of those cameras, I can just touch the screen and it will go full screen. Or if I want to see 4 cameras at the same time, I can take advantage of multi-view. So if I select multi-view, it's going to take 4 cameras and show me each of them live. And then if I want to see one of the cameras individually, I just do a double tap on the screen and it'll go right to that camera. Next to the camera widget, I have one of the widgets that allows you to control an individual room. Mine is set up to control my office. In this widget, you have a slider that controls all of the lights, so you can turn them all on or off or dim them. And then next to that, you have the individual devices for the room. Next to that, I have my smart home favorites widget. The favorites has the most important devices in the house that I might want to access quickly with touch. On the left of the screen below home, you have your routines. This is great to be able to access routines and run them manually. So instead of having to open up the Alexa app and find the routine or call it up using voice, you can just select that and trigger the routine right from there. So for example, my routine that closes my curtains at night, if I want to close them early, I can just hit the button on the touchscreen instead. Now under routines, you have the individual rooms. When you select one of the rooms, you're going to see all the devices for that room. I do like this. It's definitely better than having to go into different device types and then rooms and all the different layers. So definitely quicker. Now along the bottom, you have some quick buttons there. And these can all be customized. You can move these buttons around. You can adjust the order of the rooms. You can move your widgets around. These buttons along the bottom are great for controlling your media, your smart locks, your security system, and different types of devices. So if you want to see all the lights that are on, you select lighting and you can see all of them that are on and be able to control them all quickly. Or if I want to adjust the thermostat, I hit the climate button and it brings up the thermostat. Now, if you use Ring Alarm like I do, it's great to be able to arm your system just by hitting security and then choosing the mode you want. I can also look down at the screen at the lock icon and see whether my door is locked or not. And if you don't see what you're looking for along the bottom, you go all the way to the edge and hit Other, and you'll see the rest of your devices. On the screen next to the smart home widgets, you can add additional widgets. Like I have the weather and my calendar widget there. If you do a long press on the screen, you can rearrange your widgets, or you can add additional widgets. There are now quite a few widgets. They've been broken down into different categories, so take a look around. You might find something interesting in there. Now, big difference between the Echo Hub and Echo Shows is that the Echo Hub doesn't have a camera. It's not meant for doing video calls. Instead, it has a proximity sensor, and that proximity sensor is used for adaptive content. When when you're away from the device, it will stay a full screen clock, which is great. That's something that Echo users have been wanting on the Echo Show for years, so love it. And then when you get closer, the clock will change to that smart home dashboard. And then when you're away from the device, it'll go back to the clock. Now my office, since it's kind of small, I turn off the proximity detection. That way I have nothing but a clock all the time, just a clock. And then when I call up something, it'll come up on the screen and then revert back to a clock. If I need to control something, I touch the screen, I have my smart home controls, and then back to a full screen clock. That's one thing I'm really liking about the Echo Hub, is that you have a smart home control center or you have a clock. Those are the only two things I need to see unless I ask for something specifically. Now for performance, I feel like from a touch standpoint, it is better and it's quicker. I do think screens load faster than the other Echo shows when touching and navigating around, but still it's a little laggy at times, and hopefully that can be fixed with software. Next, let's talk about media. Like the Echo Show 8 and 10, you have access to the same streaming services such as Hulu, Prime Video, and Netflix. Now here's a little comparison of the Echo Hub next to the Echo Show 8, and you can see they look very similar. I think it's a decent sized screen for in the kitchen on the counter, so you can listen to something or watch something. Now when it comes to the sound, the Echo Hub is not meant for listening to music or watching content. It has some small speakers on it. I would say the sound is better than I expected, but it's nowhere near as good as an Echo Show 8 with bigger speakers. If you are looking for better sound, think about going with the Echo Show 8. That saw a nice update. I'll put a link to the video on that down in the description. When it comes to the smart home, the Echo Hub is one of the better devices to go with. And the reason why is the built-in hubs. It has a built-in Zigbee router. It has a thread border router, and it's a Matter controller. With those three things, you're set to control pretty much any smart device you would want. Now, before we talk about why I would buy the Echo Hub over some of the other Echo shows, let's talk about what I don't like about this device. First thing I don't like is the fact that there's no stand in the box and there's no kickstand on the device itself. I don't mind the look of this, but it really would have been nice to just be able to flip out a little stand on the back of it and not need a separate stand. I feel like most people are going to want to use this on a stand versus mounting it on the wall. When it comes to mounting it on the wall, I'm not a fan of this. I really don't want to put multiple anchors in the wall. It would have been nice if there was maybe a couple of hang points on the back so I could just put some nails in or some hooks and hang it there. Now, I haven't had a lot of time to use this, so those are the things I'm not liking so far, and I'll follow up in other videos after I've spent some more time with this. Now, the reasons I do like this device and would recommend this over other Echoes is, number one, it has a real smart home dashboard control center. I think it's one of the first Echoes with a screen that's worth using with touch. Now, the number two reason I like it, it has a full screen clock. I don't have a little bitty clock in the corner like some of the larger Echoes. Instead, I have something I can see. Now, the third reason, and a big reason, there are no random screens popping up. There's no things to do. There's no ads of any kind. It is just a clock or a touchscreen. I only see the information I want when I want it, or I see a clock. No random things. And unfortunately, that's become a pretty big problem with the Echo shows. They've become a lot of advertisements. So to get a device that isn't doing that is nice. Now, a reason I'm good with this, and this may not be a good choice for you, is that I don't listen to music on my Echoes. So having a smaller device like this with little speakers doesn't matter to me. The speakers sound good enough, so if I am watching something or listening to something casually, it's fine. I like having a smaller device with the flexibility to either have it on the stand or mount it on the wall. I like this device because it gives me all the features that I would want out of the Echo shows, minus a bunch of stuff I don't want to see. Now, one thing I wish Amazon did was bring this smart home control screen to all the Echo shows. Why not have this on an Echo Show 15 or the 10 or 8? Right now, there's just too many differences across the different Echoes with screens. Now, what are your thoughts on the Echo Hub? Is this a device that you're interested in, and why? Let us know in the comments section. Next, if you are new to Echoes or just looking for some more uses, check out this video over here on 10 everyday uses for the Echo. I'll see you over there. Thanks for watching. Bye.